I am ready for Borderlands 3. I got all the weapons ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just have one.
Just one? Isn't that lame?
But it can be a shotgun,
okay,
a sniper rifle, and it has legs.
I don't have any one with legs. Okay, but I should give you some weapons so you don't have only one. This is a looter's first-person shooter with RPG elements for up to 4 players cooperatively.
If you have played any of the Borderlands games, this will be very familiar to you. In fact, one of the only maybe criticisms of Borderlands 3 is that it takes the formula of the previous games, uses the exact same system with few more guns, bigger bosses, bigger world, but in the end, I don't think that's a criticism because it works, it's still just as fun, and there are some small improvements.
You say a few more guns, but before that there was 1 billion guns. There's now the same amount of these crazy random generated guns.
I think that before maybe there was like 5 gazillion guns.
Okay, and now there's like 6.
Now there's like 6,
okay.
like...
Yeah,
and
because it's
guns?
procedurally generated, it means that every playthrough will have different guns for your character, and there are 4 characters that you can choose from, each one with a different skills, and these skills will get higher with new levels because your character will level up.
So these upgrades are really what makes you keep playing the game, these RPG elements, and this is how Borderlands kind of epitomizes the player loop of you shoot, you loot, you upgrade, you shoot more, and repeat. In a lot of games, this does get boring after a while. The question is, does it get boring for Borderlands? But we'll come to that in a second.
There's several bosses, and the game is actually quite focused on it because there's this story about these bosses. It should be fun, but the question is if it's your fun because it's got very specific humor. There are multiple planets to go for, so there are several nice locations, very different ones, and the main story will take you about 30 to 40 hours of playtime, and then there's something like New Game Plus with the new difficulty, so you can play even more, and of course there are so many DLCs, paid ones.
Yeah, this game does allow online co-op for 4 players, but also split screen only on the consoles. Yeah. Unfortunately, on PC, split screen is not possible, so don't try looking for that. We wasted a lot of time looking for split screen on PC.
And really playing with friends is more fun because this is all about it. This is all shooting, so it's really easy. Like, start a new game alone, few bunch of strangers come in, leave, then you ask your friends when they are online, so you can really change how you play this game, but of course with friends or other players it's more fun.
And at any point in your campaign you can invite friends to join you. We actually have a video explaining how to use multiplayer and what the different options are. One really interesting option is to play full cooperative, which means everyone shares the loot equally. And the other option is kind of the system from previous games. This is competition, where you're playing the game together, but you still kind of fight over loot and you're trying to be the first one to get to the big guns.
Yeah. So I guess you know now that the Borderlands 3 is a little bit similar to Borderlands 2, but the question is, should you play it?
First, you should know that this game is free from the Epic Game Store right now. It is the first game in their mystery Vault game giveaway for 2022. In 2021, for these Vault games, we got Borderlands the Handsome Collection, so it makes sense that now we're getting Borderlands 3, and you have 1 week to claim it until May 26, 2022. If you catch it in that time, you get to keep it forever in your Epic library. If you missed it and you're watching this review too late, it means that you probably should have been subscribed to our channel so you don't miss any more free games.
So I said actually no to Borderlands Handsome Collection.
Oh, you're bringing that up. You're going straight to the...
But this game, even though it's about the same, I think they improved everything they could have. It's more variable, it's more fun, more fast-paced.
You mentioned you liked the graphics a little bit
better. The
graphics
graphics were better as well. And I liked playing it together. Yes, you should try it now that it's free. If it's paid again, I would wait for the sale because it's really just about shooting, which is nothing against that if you like shooting. This is a perfect game for you, actually.
So that's surprising for me. I mean, you surprised me with Borderlands 2 when you said no, and so I was expecting you to say no for this one because they are very similar. And actually, my likes and dislikes for me are quite similar as for Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel. I was not a big fan of the humor or even the story. The characters are interesting, but the story and the sense of humor just doesn't connect to me. I don't find it that funny. So there's a lot of effort to be funny, and I find it kind of falls flat for me, but that's a very, very personal thing. This game, though, is all about lots of different types of guns and using them in fun looter-shooter gameplay, and it does that as well as any game that exists, maybe better than any game that exists. It's a lot of fun. As you said, I completely agree. The more that you can play it in co-op, the better. Because of the increased capabilities to play with co-op and how easy it is to invite friends in and out, yes, especially with it being free, you should certainly play Borderlands 3. I don't think that's very surprising. It's a big, popular game.
Just don't expect it to be realistic because the guns are crazy, and when you shoot someone, sometimes he needs like 1,000 bullets before he's down. Maybe that's what I don't so much like about the game. Sometimes just one big nuclear missile that somehow comes out of a pistol. Weird things happen. Yeah. You need to set your mind to this crazy game, and then you will enjoy it.
But don't miss the chance to claim it for free, even if you're not sure you're going to play it right away, because then you get to keep it forever and maybe play it years down the road. And that's what our channel is all about. We review and cover every free game from the Epic Games Store. It's not just these big AAA games. Every week they give away free games. So you should subscribe, click the bell button, and you will never be bored again.
Okay, I think it's time to play co-op and go to dirt.
Kill them all!
Kill them all!
I think we're ready.
And I think I am ready for... What is it called? Borderlands. One more time.
And there's the outtake. There's the outtake on the long version. Borderlands 3, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, okay.